Alright, in the last episode you have imported Laravel UI5 Core into your app. Time to set up Laravel, so you'll clearly see what Laravel UI5 brings to the table and why it matters. To set up Laravel UI5 with your Laravel app, there are two distinct edits we need to apply to the Laravel Bootstrap files. First, we need to register the core service provider in the application Bootstrap. So in the Bootstrap providers, we need to add the UI5 Core service provider. Now you might ask, couldn't this be auto-discovered like other Laravel packages? And the straight answer is yes, absolutely. Laravel supports package discovery through the extra section in composer.json, and in fact, many packages do this. We, on the other side, make registration of the service provider manually on purpose, because we want you to stay in control. You decide when and how to boot the UI5 runtime. You could even create your own service provider that circumvents low data completely and instead provides a GraphQL API and register that if you want so. So it's a conscious choice to keep things modular and explicit. Now, here's a little pro tip. After registering a service provider, you'll often see people run composer, dump, or the load on console. But what we're really trying to do is we want to update Laravel's internal Bootstrap files, the so-called caged package manifest. They live in cache packages and services. Yeah? And the real command behind that is php artisan, and we call package discover. Why do we know? Because in our composer.json you can see here in the post autoload dump the script is called. So we go for that, and if we now visit the services file, we should see our UI5 Core service provider listed here as additional service. So now you know how Laravel ties everything together behind the scenes. The next thing we have to do, the second edit if we want to, we need to wire up a few pieces of middleware. The place for that is, as you already guessed, the app.php. So here in the middleware section, we need to replace Laravel's standard CSRF token validator. It's called, first of all, we need to replace this in the web middleware, so we can directly go here and call replace, and we need to replace the Laravel version of it, which is named validate CSRF token class, and we need to replace it with our verify CSRF token class. Personally, I like to always use qualified imports because that has been the way Java is doing it forever. And so we swap them out. This is good. We can continue. The next middleware we need to include is something that we need append to the web group. So we go for append here, and we append two middlewares. The first one is the fetch CSRF token middleware. Fetch CSRF, it's already listed here, which, as the name implies, issues the CSRF token if the UI5 frontend is asking for it. And the second middleware that we want to apply here is the resolve UI5 context middleware class, which is a gimmick that you might need when you want to access the UI5 artifact metadata during the request. So bootstrapping with that is complete. Laravel comes with a central configuration file that holds all the knobs and switches you might want to adjust later. Things like which modules to register, which dashboards to expose, or how to align OData endpoints. To bring this file into your project, we need to publish this configuration. We do this by BSP artisan vendor publish. You for sure know this. And the tag is called UI5 config. So nothing special here. We execute this and we can see now the configuration got published, and here you see all the things that you can configure here. We will do this in video 6. So finally, one last configuration step before we move on. We need to open our .env file, which is here, and we need to just one simple setting. It's called system, and it's like we say we are on a development machine, so we put in system is dev. This setting tells Laravel UI5 that we are running in development mode, so the correct middleware stack is used, and you will see everything you need while building. Later, when you switch to staging or production, you'll change this value accordingly. And as already said, in video 6 we'll dive deeper into what this environment means and how to manage them. And that's it. Your Laravel project is now fully UI5 ready. You've installed the core, configured the bootstrap lifecycle, and wired up context-aware middleware. In the next video, we'll scaffold our first self-contained UI5 app using the Laravel UI5 CLI and walk through what's get created. See you there!